If it's an open relationship, you're in a relationship where you sleep with other people.
But your feelings should dictate your
relationship.
actions. If you feel a certain way, you wouldn't disrespect somebody by sleeping
I don't
with
think
somebody
it's
else.
disrespectful.
Hello and welcome to Girl Talk, Lip Gloss and Candy Floss. My name is Jade Avia. That's Chantal. That's Addy. That's Alex. And they're my housemates, and together we're housemates. But this is Mr. Clued Up, who's come to clue us up on some of our topics of discussion today. And also, can we make some noise, please? Because we have a really sexy camera lady stood right there. You know what? She's really sexy. No, she's hot. Really sexy. She's hot. If you could see her, mate. There's a little bit of a topic of discussion that we've actually just been having off cam. Thought we'd bring it to cam. Alex.
Say you are seeing somebody, you have strong feelings for this person, you're not yet in a relationship, and then it progresses to a relationship, but before that they have had some sort of encounter, sexual or otherwise, with somebody else. Is that okay or is that not okay? Me personally, it's not okay, but what do you guys think?
It's okay.
Not okay!
It's not okay.
You would hurt your feelings though.
If it was you would
be hurt. This is the thing, yeah.
I don't think it's not okay.
In fact, you know what? What are you guys still saying is not okay?
It's not okay.
Look at you moving over.
Before you get into a relationship with somebody and become boyfriend and girlfriend, up to then you're getting to know each other, you're dating, you're not yet 100% committed unless you've had that conversation.
But the feelings
and until you've had that conversation with somebody where you can say, okay, we're definitely exclusive with each other, or you know, I don't expect you to be seeing somebody, or me and you are girlfriend and boyfriend now, that means you can't be seeing somebody else, or you can't be dating somebody else, or whatever. Until then you can be hurt, and you probably will be hurt, but I can't go to somebody who I'm not in a committed relationship with and complain to them and be upset with them about the fact that they've been speaking to somebody else.
Until you've had the conversation where we've decided to be exclusive, anything goes. If the person gets hurt, it might happen. There's no justification in them feeling bad about it because you haven't had that conversation.
If you basically were in a relationship but it wasn't labelled a relationship, your feelings are not going to change from one day to the next.
Then you need to ask yourself,
why you
in a relationship.
I couldn't go from one to the next because it would just, it's too messy and it's too hurtful, it's too complicated. Couldn't be bothered for that.
From a man's point of view, yeah, like, I wouldn't want to start the relationship knowing that I've got an emotional attachment to someone else, because my intentions will be wrong. It means that my relationship, I'm starting it bad, because the baggage that's going to come with the other person I'm sleeping with while I'm trying to be with this girl, it's not worth it. It means I'm not into that girl as much as I think I am.
Just because you're sleeping with somebody else doesn't necessarily mean that you have an emotional attachment with them. Maybe more so in from a female point of view, because obviously females get more emotionally attached through sex. But especially with a guy, like, because he slept with somebody else doesn't mean that he has an emotional attachment.
No, but the actual baggage that will come with it. So say for instance I'm with her, yeah, I'm expecting a phone call from that person that I've slept with when I'm with my new girlfriend. I don't want to go into a relationship like that, because then it would be like, who's that? And I'd be like, yeah, it's someone that I slept with last week, but I'm still want to be with you. There would be no point in me being in a relationship because I would have been with someone else the week before, and it's like, I wouldn't want to start a relationship like that. So I don't think it's right at all. As
soon as you've got into a relationship with somebody and you've become committed to that person, everybody else needs to know you're in a relationship. That person who you slept with last week should know that you're in a relationship. And do you know what? I wasn't in a relationship when I slept with you last week, but now I'm in a relationship. You can't be calling me. My girlfriend's there. She's going to cut you down. Don't call me again. Like, you know, I'm not saying that ethically it's the right thing to do, but I'm just saying that in terms of actually taking it to that person, I wouldn't feel comfortable with going to say, if Shan was someone who I was seeing and I find out that she's seeing some other chick, I can't go to her and be like, Shan, what the hell? Like, I thought me and you were seeing each other. She'd be like, we are seeing each other.
We're not in a relationship. You didn't want to be exclusive.
If I knew that they'd slept with someone, I'd probably be a little bit upset and disheartened by it. But if I liked them as a person and I felt that we were going somewhere, that wouldn't stop me from trying something with them. Because as far as I'm concerned, they were free and they had my permission, kind of thing, and vice versa, so it wouldn't affect me.
It might make you see, oh, you know what, like I wouldn't have thought of that of that person. But it takes this one conversation so that you guys all know exactly what stage of your life you're at.
If like you're on the track, you're seeing someone, you haven't labelled it, but you basically are in a relationship. Maybe you haven't had the talk, oh, are we, but you know that how you're acting and everything, and it's going that way, you see each other so much, blah 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 blah, and the next thing is like, oh yeah, I saw some girl last weekend, we had sex. Was that cool? I just be like, nah, mate.
I'm in a situation where we're not exclusive. Maybe I don't like the thought of her being with other people, and she doesn't like the thought of me being with other people, but if it happens, I'm not going to come to her and be like, why did you do that? Because I've got no right. We've already had the conversation.
Yeah, but would you still feel like if she genuinely liked me, she wouldn't have done it?
I might feel a certain way about it, but it doesn't matter. I'm not going to hold a grudge against her for still doing it.
But say if you had the conversation about, we're going to be in a relationship, I really like you, you really like me, but yesterday, as we weren't in a relationship, I slept with somebody else.
What's wrong with that?
Take it. Oh,
like,
that would,
what?
That, I couldn't take it, innit? That would.
I see.
That would,
Do you know what? I see.
It's stupid. Like, you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't do that. Like, realistically, if you're gonna be honest about who you've slept with, then be honest. But wait to have that conversation until a week after you've had sex. Put yourself in that situation. Bless Chantal. The thing is that she was on my side of the argument. You know, the fence that was in the divide of the debate, and she does have some valid points of what she's saying, but that doesn't mean that that girl particularly wouldn't get hurt. She would be absolutely devastated.
That would be like, okay, do you know what? Your feelings weren't what I thought, so I can't even be in this relationship with you now.
But
like, it would hurt me that bad.
That's how it would be for you.
But do you reckon that's
But
just
then why
people's
weren't you
different
in a
things
relationship with them before? Because you know, whilst you're seeing somebody,
because you don't need to always label it them. But what I'm saying is, labels shouldn't change people's actions. Like you shouldn't.
It does. 100% it does. When you're married, you wear a ring, and you take somebody else's last name, and you're married. You've signed. You're married. That's a label. When you're in a relationship with somebody, you are in a relationship with them. If it's an open relationship, you're in a relationship where you sleep with other people.
But your feelings should dictate your
relationship.
actions. If you feel a certain way, you wouldn't disrespect somebody by sleeping with somebody else.
I don't think it's disrespectful if
but
you
it
have
is
a
a little
little
bit.
agreement. It isn't. If it's a person who doesn't find intimacy in sex and they're having sex with other people, doesn't necessarily mean that they're not into you that much. It just means that they're having sex with other people.
For me, sex would be a very intimate thing. Other people, it's not so much. So for me, I'd be hurt because I'd be like, wow, you did that with somebody else.
If the person I'm seeing got really
really
emotionally attached to someone else, that would probably hurt me more than them sleeping with someone.
Sex is an intimate thing. Like
you're a sensitive.
It's like, no, it's not that. It's not that I'm sensitive. It's because I don't like the thought. If you've made it official and then she said, oh, by the way, last week I slept with someone else, I couldn't be with that person, because it's just like, you expect your girl to be a ride or die and be all about you, but what leading up to it, they weren't about you. I couldn't get through that after. I'd have to end it there.
Would you feel okay doing that?
I wouldn't feel okay doing it. No, I don't want her to sleep, but if I'm gonna sleep with someone, yeah, like, no, wait.
Mr. Clued Up, not so clued up after all, are we, darling? No, you know what, he had some good points when it comes down to talking about females sleeping with other people, but that is generally probably what most guys would say, because no guy wants to see any girl who they're even looking at on Instagram sleeping with another guy. So what do you expect from him? I mean, well done for putting your opinion across, but when the question was split reversed on you, didn't really know what to say, did you, darling?
Mr. Clued Up obviously just showed what I already think. Men have double standards when it comes to them sleeping with other people, and then the woman that they're seeing sleeping with someone else.
I'm not happy with Mr. Clued Up, because I was kind of feeling his argument and everything, although both sides has a good point, but then the question was flipped round and he was just like, oh, didn't know what to say then, I knew then, typical guy. Fail, lame.
Realistically, I think in order to stop that from happening, you need to put a label on it. And that's my fault anyway. But we want to know what you think.
Yeah.
So comment, like, subscribe, do whatever you feel like doing. Jay, Mr. Clued Up over here has had his say. You have yours. Comment, like,
I'm
subscribe.
sure I spoke for most guys as well. Yeah.
Most Drakes out there. Keep it real, baby. We'll be back soon.
Bye.
Just have a little look. I don't know what it was. I literally do not know what it was, but it made me go through the scroll of girls.